How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Okay, so I know I've talked about this game before. And I mentioned it a couple times in a couple different posts because of my love for the developer of this particular game, which is Treasure. You guys, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a fan of Treasure. They know that I've been a fan of Treasure since they started out with Gunstar Heroes. And as such, I'm a big fan of this game, actually. And this title is really interesting because it was probably the second title that Treasure developed for the PS2. It's their first 3D platformer, and it takes a really unconventional route as far as jumping or traversing landscape, for all that stuff. And I picked up this title way back. I want to say it was about 2003, maybe something like that. And I got it for $5 from a Comp USA that was closing. Today's game, the game I want to discuss, is Stretch Panic. Now, Stretch Panic centers around a little girl named Linda, who she's pretty much the youngest of her 11 or 12, 13, something like that. She has 12 sisters. So she's the youngest of 13. She has 12 sisters. All of her sisters are incredibly vain, and they pretty much ridicule her for the way she dresses, her scarf, and all of that. And they give her grief and send her basically out into the world to buy cosmetics for them because they only care about looking good. Well, some demons show up at the house and possess the sisters. One attempts to possess Linda, but instead possesses her scarf. And Linda is charged with rescuing her 12 sisters, defeating the demons that are possessing them, and rescuing them. Personally, I probably would have left them where they were and went on about my business with me and my demon scarf. Went on adventures. Anyway, the game works like this. Everything in the landscape can be grabbed by Linda's scarf. As such, you use this mechanic to grab something in the landscape, stretch it, and snap it back to damage it. Or you grab and snap it to traverse a gap in a jump, stuff like that. Because Linda doesn't traditionally jump, as it were. This makes for all kinds of interesting little interactions with game characters and enemies and things like that. This game is incredibly dark, to say it looks so cutie and cutesy. It's a pretty dark title. There's no actual blood and foul language, stuff that you usually find in an M-rated title, or in a particularly dark title. But Treasure goes about it in a really, really interesting way, and they take the unbeaten path as far as dark humor at this game, and it works really well. For my money, Stretch Panic is probably one of the more innovative titles that I played in the early 2000s. And is definitely one of my favorite Treasure titles. And that's saying a lot because Treasure made Gunstar and Alien Soldier, stuff like that. But there's some stuff in this game I don't really want to talk about because I don't want to spoil it. If it's available on PSN, you should definitely pick it up. If you still have your PlayStation 2 and you can find a copy, you should totally pick it up because it's a quirky title that you will definitely enjoy if you're a fan of non-traditional platformers. This has been 8-Bit Animal. I will catch you beautiful people next time.